Thank you.
Testing, testing. Thank you, Dan, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In the next 10 minutes, and very specifically in 10 minutes, I have to quickly provide you with an overview of AI technologies and how it impacts the different stakeholders across the tea supply chain. I realize I don't have the clicker with me, so I may need. I will also share later an example of how AI is used for a specific Ceylon tea exporter before then concluding with the opportunities and challenges. What is AI? ChatGPT no longer need any introduction. Key in a prompt and tell us more than we know. From one-dimension prediction of words, he has now gone into two-dimension prediction. For example, my 6-year-old daughter came to me early this year to design her birthday invitation card. And she wants to feature 3 of her favorite things: penguin, and ice cream, and Singapore. I can assure everyone here that I'm not an artist, I can't draw that, and there's no photo that have 3 of them all together. So I tried playing with AI. In just a few seconds, it generated a long list of photos with all these 3 things to be featured. And she selected this. Trust me, it saved me from a lot of unnecessary meltdowns. But of course, AI is not just about images. It can now move into video generation like this. Key in the prompt,
type in a prompt, and their words are brought to life.
and within seconds, the entire video is created, except that you actually do not have this in reality. This thing is completely artificially created. In fact, AI is way more than ChatGPT and LLM. It has permeated deeply across the B2B sectors, now ranging from legal, finance, healthcare, engineering, and more. I want to talk a lot more and focus on the tea industry, from precision agronomy on all the way to the left-hand side for producers to maximize its yield, to digitalization of samples for traders to increase their productivity, and precision blending and brewing based on the preferences so they can sell more accurately. We are only just beginning. Let's focus a bit on the exporters and factory, where today significant amount of work is spent on sample preparation, tasting, and logistic costs to ship multiple rounds of samples to clients. But let's go straight to the problem statement. Tea grading is very onerous, takes a lot of effort, and can be subjective for those who are not well trained. Now let's go on to take a look at a live experiment that we did with a Swiss company a couple of years back, where 18 samples were shipped to 45 expert tasters globally. The results were interesting. There was a 30% deviation on the grading across these 18 samples. What was surprising is that we put in duplicates, and there was an average deviation of 20%, even tasted by the same person. Look, it's not bad news because there were 20 out of these 45 that were extremely consistent with way less than 5% deviation. These are the super tasters, and this exists among people in this audience. The question really is, how do we leverage on these super tasters to level up the entire company or even the industry? This is where AI technologies like Profile Print can be useful. We train the model with these super tasters so that the experts can be more productive, and junior tasters can now have a reference to learn from. Now, let's take a look at a quick 40 seconds video what we do.
Print is an agri-food tech company using artificial intelligence. A portable analyzer scans food ingredient, predicting its identity and quality within seconds.
The analyzer captures spectroscopic signatures that is directly related to the molecular structure of the food ingredients. With the signals that's being picked up, that's where the artificial intelligence algorithms comes in to help predict patterns relating to food quality.
But the problem that we are solving is food ingredient grading is extremely subjective. We want to be able to help agribusinesses around the world assess quality rapidly so that they can buy and sell better.
Our solution is an ingredient quality platform that addresses traditional business needs on the left-hand side with ready-to-use AI solution. Today, we are fortunate that we have already been deployed in over 60 locations across all 6 continents of the world. Now, our solution is used by some of the world's largest brands today. But today, since we are in Sri Lanka, I thought of sharing with you one example of how we help a Sri Lankan exporter. When I first met them, the challenge was twofold. First, the increasing demand of their clients' needs requires higher productivity among their people. Secondly, the increasing cost pressure requires them to blend at the lowest cost, yet achieving the client standard. This was what we did. First, we helped them build models of their fast-moving standard. Here, we have standard 3 and standard 6, tested first by humans to be pass and fail. As you can see, standard 3 was built with very high consistent data, 100%. That means duplicated to the testers, they were still able to give the same score. And standard 6 was built with slightly lower, but still very impressive consistency of 87%. We then scanned the samples, which takes about 10 seconds, and then we predicted the results. The model was able to predict use or cannot use as if the humans have tasted it. And the results was impressive. For standard 3, as you can see, AI predicted correctly 100% of all the blind samples. 9 can use, predicted as can use, 9 cannot use, predicted as cannot use. For standard 6, AI predicted correctly, except for 3 samples that was predicted to be cannot use, but human assessed it to be can use. As you can see, AI can only predict only as well as the training data, and so the collection of the quality data is critical. The outcome is that experts are now free up to do higher capacity work, and AI can predict now not only sensory, but also chemical parameters that human cannot. Last but not least, it also helped with reducing the labeling errors. While Profile Print started off with tea, with the initial support of some of our biggest supporters like BP The Silver, we now serve across different verticals beyond tea into also coffee, herbs, grains, and spices. These are some of the clients that we serve today, and a lot of them started off as traders, moving into manufacturers, brand owners, now into plantations, as well as now going very closely into the producers. These are some of the awards that we have received, and this is the dress of the 4 officers that we have today. For those who are interested, I'll be doing a demo behind and come and visit me later after this session. But before I go off, I thought there's something that I should share based on the story I shared about my daughter. Last week, before I came over, I took a video of her painting this piece of work. And I asked her how she came up with such an idea. She's 6 years old now. And she told me early this year, the list of photos that I showed her, generated by AI, inspired her to innovate and paint something more interesting than what AI could do. Yes, AI may sound scary. Some even say AI will make us stupid one day. But if used correctly, it can empower us humans to do much more than what we can imagine. Thank you very much.